All right, today we're talking about back to school. It's the last day of July, just about, and a lot of people start like in August. I don't start till September, like the day after Labor Day. That's just what I've always done, and it works really well because you kind of sort of start easing into it. So that's what we're talking about. How do you prepare for back to school? I would say the main thing that you want to do at any age is prepare to enjoy it. If you prepare to dread it, you're gonna dread it, right? I'm in my chicken yard, and so I have, and duck yard. And so I'm out here enjoying and preparing to enjoy the day, preparing to enjoy the evening. So as you prepare for school and your homeschooling situation, however it is, how many kids you have, whatever ages, that would be my first tip. Now I'm gonna go through the ages and talk about each one. When you have preschoolers, pre-K, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, nobody older, just little ones. All you really need to do is make sure your space is clean. Have a space, make sure that the table is clean, completely like free of goo. I remember those years. Sugary, crumbly things. Just spend a little bit of time, a couple of days before, get the kids involved. I used to give my kids little wipes, little wet wipes, and they would clean the baseboards or the feet of the chair and just whatever they could reach underneath it. And they'd go, oh, gross, Mom, look under here and look at the cobwebs or whatever it was. Because I don't crawl around on the ground, and they do. So you can involve your children to prepare by just cleaning the space. The second part is that you need to go to the library. Have a plan to go to the library. Maybe that's what you do on the first day of school. Whatever you do on the first day of school, you probably need to recognize that that's going to kind of turn into a tradition. So if you do it up really big, are you going to be able to do that again year after year after year? So think about whatever your first day of school tradition is going to be, and be aware that you're going to have to recreate that. So keep it small. Otherwise, oh, we're going to have a limo ride on the first day of school. Well, next year you may not have the funds, the means, or the place where you live will be available to do that. So do small things that are special for the first day of school. Make sure that you have food. That's it. That's it for pre-K. Whatever else you're doing, you're going to already have ideas. You're going to have plans and curriculum and books and things like that. But really, those preschool years, love of learning only, and have a space and a time to do it. Next, elementary school. Clean space, library, food, and then some sort of new tradition. When they get into first grade or second grade, like whenever you're like, okay, this is for real, we're gonna start sitting down on a regular basis and doing our schoolwork. I started this around age 8. Before that, school was just life was school, education was a joy. The love of learning was all the way around us all the time. We had play dates, we had co-ops, but there wasn't a sit-down time because it just wasn't time, right? Before age 8, they're asking questions. Life is learning, and learning is life. But around age 8 or 9, we started having a sit-down time around 9 a.m., 8:30 a.m., whatever time after breakfast, right? We clear the breakfast table, and then we would sit down and have some sort of set-aside time. It turned into morning time or morning basket, some of you call it, and that was very natural. So what do you want to do on the first day of that new first grade year, second grade year? I would also go ahead and call them what grade they're in. It saves a lot of trouble later. Whatever age they are, that's what people are asking when they say, what grade are you in? They're asking how old is your child. So tell them what grade they're in. Our big tradition was to print out a sign. And so I'd print out their name, first grade, and then the year. And then we took a picture of them in front of our front door, each one individually, and then one group picture. They could color it, they could put stamps on it, they could put stickers on it. As long as I can see first grade, their name and the year, they decorated it however they wanted, and that was our tradition. So that's how I would prepare. What are you gonna do to prepare for that? Have it already printed, have the markers out. Know where everything is. Don't say come and sit down and then have to go find everything. So be prepared, just like you're prepared for dinner, just like you're prepared for lunch. You set the table, same idea. Have the materials already out before you call them to come and sit down for your time. Middle school. This requires a little bit of discussion. So talk to your little preteens, 11, 12, 13-year-olds. They actually have a lot of opinions. How do they want to prepare? What do they want to have ready? Ask them a couple of weeks beforehand. So right now, what are y'all expecting for the first day of school? What are you expecting for the first week of school? What's different? Did you choose a new curriculum? Is there a new class? They probably need to drive by and walk into the building if there's a new co-op. They need to remove as many unknowns as possible before you have the time to kind of perform. So, you know, we go to the community homeschool center. My kids have been doing that for years, but if it was our first year, I would absolutely take them by, find out when they're open, walk around. I don't need to talk to all the people there. I just need them to remove some of the unknowns. What does the parking lot look like? How cold is it? How bright is it? There's a lot of things that these kids are fearful of, and they're not really fearful. They just, everything's out of their control, and they're getting to the point where they want to have control. So prepare that way. And usually adding something new, either a new binder, new folder, new backpack, new pens, any kind of small new thing as a gift, right? It's really just a supply, but adding that to their supply cabinet, their basket, whatever you do, something small and new will be good to add before their first day of school. All right, high schoolers. The biggest thing that you need to prepare for as a mother of a high schooler, whether it's this your first year to have a 9th grader or your first year to have a senior, is you need to prepare yourself to pre-morn. These are very fast years. They go by quicker than you think, and you look back and you end up grieving this time because your sweet little baby is now 9th grade, 10th grade. Oh, they're driving. Oh, they're dating. Oh, they have their own jobs. Give yourself time to mourn it at night or during the day or whenever you're not around them. Go ahead and mourn so that when the time comes for them to spread their wings and they're excited and they're doing all these new things, you can be this person for them and not, you know, we don't want to suck the joy out of the moment for them. We want to support them and be excited for them. But we have loss. There's loss, right? I'm losing time with my child. It's going away. And I'm sad about that. They are awesome. So I always want to cry before the event. That's the main preparation for your high schoolers. At that point, otherwise, it's just discussion. Discuss it with them. What's their online classes? What dual credits do they need? They have got it by now because you have been training them to become more resourceful, more independent, more responsible. So just discussing things with them a couple weeks ahead of time. So right now, we spend the month of August preparing, and I talk everything out. They've got dual credit, who's going where, when, who's driving whom, and what kind of things do you need, new shoes. All those different things is very simple because you're discussing it with them. But for you, as the mama, you want to go ahead and pre-mourn beforehand. All right, I hope that helps you to prepare for the different ages. As a recap, those pre-K years, just food, clean space. And as they get older, you add more curriculum, you add more items, and you just kind of give the day a special a moment, just like you prepare for their birthdays and their birthday parties and their holiday celebrations. All these things that come around once a year, you prepare for. It's not any different. Think it through, talk it out with your husband, or if you're by yourself and you don't have a married partner with you, a spouse that's supporting you in this, talk it out with somebody. Tell them, this is what I was thinking. And just saying it out loud gives you enough preparation to catch those things you might miss. And then other than that, choose a time and say, we are starting at whatever time. What I do is I say, we're starting between 9 and 9:30 on the first day of school. So we have buffer. I always give lots of buffer. And I have our checklists up, and we do our drawings, and even now, even though I only have a junior and a senior left out of the 5, that's all I have left, we will still print out my papers, they will color it, and I will get my picture, because these are special, special times and they deserve to be noticed. All right, seriously, Suzanne, I hope that helps with homeschooling from the chicken yard. Should I give you a picture of my chickens? Let's see if I can't turn it around, but there you are. Hi guys. Oh, there's my ducks. Where are they? I'm so spatially inept. There we go. All right, adios from Las Gallinas.